I think my biggest source of inspiration would be girls just like me or anyone that feels they have to like represent someone outside of themselves or do good for a group. I think that motivates me because it makes me find purpose in what I'm doing, and it takes away this is all about me like all the time. I'm not just being successful for myself, but I'm doing this for something bigger than myself. So I started lessons from a young age. My parents wanted me to be water safe, considering they don't really know how to swim that well. So for my brothers and I, they just really wanted us to be safe in the pool. Well, summer rec swim was a lot of fun for me. I grew up in California, so a lot of people are in swim. I had a lot of classmates, and a lot of my best friends were on the swim team. That was like one of my main motivators to go to practice every day. It was just to like be able to see my friends and get to talk to them. My first swim team, it was called the Oakland Barracudas. I was raised in Oakland in middle school and elementary school. I always think back to those days and like how much fun I had when I was swimming, just getting to enjoy like being around all my best friends and having a great time. Well, my parents were both raised in predominantly black neighborhoods, and so the access to pools and things like that just weren't available. With swimming, I don't think I learned about like the history of pools and segregation and things like that until, I don't know, when is the basic age when everyone learns about that? Probably middle school or something like that, you know? But it's not that I needed to know about that history to understand that I was still very different from all of my peers and things like that. It was a cultural shock when I did move to Tracy, California, because like I said, I was raised in Oakland, California, and my first ever swim team was in Oakland, so there were a lot more diverse people in that program. It's also a little bit more like it's faster. It's like you have to pay more to get in, things like that. So of course the demographics would look a lot different coming from Oakland, California, where it's like an all access swim team, to Tracy, California. So that difference was definitely a cultural shock. And then even from Tracy, California to Pullman, Washington, like it's been a shock every time I join a new team. But it's never too bad because, you know, I'm always the person that will stick out in the pool no matter where I am. In Oakland, it'll be like, oh, there's like 10 of us here. And then like Tracy, it's like 5. And here it's like 2. So I'm like, yeah. Sorry, that was really long-winded.
No, you're good.
Like a lot of meets I've been to, and I've been the only black person there. But I will say it definitely is a factor, and it's something that it's constantly on my mind. But I've always been confident in myself, honestly, and knowing that I know that I'm capable of representing, if I have to, black people well. And it is something that I do have to do when I'm one of the only people on deck that look the way I do. And it's just like I do get different looks than my teammates. It's just interesting how conversations change when I'm in the room. I've had like problems with officials or like coaches like saying like certain racial remarks and things like that. So definitely had to learn to grow up